Ayo. So we're gonna get into another analysis, this time of a Reaper. Let's get started. It's another Volskaya game. All right. So yesterday we just looked at a Volskaya game. Before I say anything, probably one of the best Reaper spots is gonna be right here, just on top of these tires, just waiting in lurk. Probably one of the best Reaper spots because of anyone rotating this way gets popped by Reaper. Alternatively, there's the same thing, but now you're here on this side. But we're playing super out of position, as we usually do, and we're playing all the way up here, like a really aggressive Reaper. And it pays off here, because the support had terrible pathing and brought us to a bad area, so we'll be okay with it. We wasted Wraith form, so I don't know why we're still going in. I don't know. High ground's good. We dropped high ground now. We're lucky we have Wraith to get out. Oh my goodness. But now we're not actually out, are we? It's okay, it pays off, because, like I said, these guys are really, really bad. They're hitting you with the same thing that they did before with the Sim TP setup, and you're lost. We just don't know how to play against Sim, I guess. Please, Wraith. Where are we looking? That's not that bad. Please. Yeah! He knows the Reaper spot. Oh, yeah. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, as soon as that sleep went away, that was the perfect time to use off. That was actually really good. Nice. That was brilliant. Brilliant play. Could it have been cleaner? Yeah, probably in higher SR it could have been cleaner. This is okay. He's running it, chat. What? What? Do you just teleport just to teleport? Good. No. No. Oh. Not. So you know why you lost that one. The reason we lost that one is because we used Wraith form to move in. You never use Wraith form to move in. You always use Wraith form to get out. If you use Wraith form to move in, you're gonna die, just like you just did. Oh dear. Did we use Wraith form again to go in there?
From the shadows.
I think we did. I think we did. What? No way. So the reasoning for you to use Wraith form there was just to get on point faster, but there's not full tick yet. So we don't need to use Wraith form yet. We can walk there. We can walk there, wait until, so that we didn't get into this situation where we had 12 health and no Wraith form, and now we're just waiting. Like, that was just a poor use of Wraith form. If you didn't use Wraith form there, you would get Blossom. You'd probably win the recontest. Since Blossom is so strong down at low elos, because they don't know how to stop it. Beautiful. Oh, the Reaper's for sure better than the Genji. We're like getting kills, and we're doing literally what you were doing on Genji, but on Reaper. So it's okay. That sucks. Yeah, wait for things that can stun you in ult, like Like, you know they have rock, so why didn't we wait until rock came out? Use cover. There's the health back. Yeah. Beautiful. That was really good. Nice. No, this is really great. Yeah, you really just gotta wait for cooldowns to enter. Because you're in a low SR lobby, they probably don't wait for what you have. They probably are just gonna throw out their stuff willy-nilly. So you just need to, like, wait for when the cooldowns are used. Up in plat, there's a little more, like, counterplay, holding abilities for other people, but at this SR, they're not really gonna be watching for any of that stuff, so... This is bad. I don't care if you get the kill here, this is just... This is just bad. Yeah. This is real bad. This is bad. Yeah, we should have died there. We should have died there. That was like the worst Reaper decision I've seen. I mean, that's good. That's okay. No. Why? What does using your Blossom there do? They're still waiting on an Ana. Literally, they can't push. They push in, they lose the fight. It's a, you know, it's a 1v6. So we decide that we're just gonna go and yeet ourselves into a fight and pop Blossom. Look where you are, and look where your team is. This is just complete overextending. Like, doesn't have to be overextending, but you're just overextending. And look, Diana's already dead. So you popping Blossom here does nothing except it wastes your ultimate because you're forcing something that shouldn't be forced. So you're essentially just giving the team your ultimate because you're basically saying, I don't want my ultimate. I don't need it. I won't need to turn the fight later. So you're just giving them a free ultimate. Not to mention also, now their Ana's going to respond, so actually you're staggering, you're actually giving them a team advantage because you're feeding here. So, let's see what happens now that you're dead. Yeah, Winston goes in, there's no Reaper to contest him, so he's probably doing pretty well. Cassidy got him, so that's good, but... Okay, now you're back. Okay, that's good. Yeah, so their ult usage was just bad. Otherwise, they would have probably just capped there. That was really good. Yeah, I like that teleport. This is good. That's good. That's great. That's good too. Yeah, this is what Reaper wants to be doing, you know? Just focusing the tanks. I wouldn't be too worried about the Baby Diva, but that's okay. Alright, I know you did it to flex, but you only do 520 damage over the 5 seconds of Reaper ult. So, solo ulting someone on a Reaper is actually not going to do much. Actually, Reaper, I think, heals more than he does than, like, a Death Blossom if he just shoots the Reaper Death Blossoming. Like, you'll overheal the damage that the Reaper's going to do to kill you. So, if he pops Blossom, it's better probably just for you to shoot the Reaper than it is for you to Blossom yourself. I mean, it was Final Fight, so that also doesn't really matter, but just something to keep in mind. So right now, the themes I'm seeing are you need to not overextend too hard and make sure that your ult doesn't get canceled by waiting on cooldowns. Why are we crouching? What are you doing? Yeah, break the shields. Break the shields. buddy. Why are we standing right next to a Reinhardt that has pin? I mean, he shouldn't be pinning there, but at the same time, like, he walked into that. Okay, we walked into a fire strike. We're almost dead. Okay. Okay. I'll say this is okay, but we need to be starting to do stuff before we get found out by the whole team. We also need to not shoot a deflecting Genji. So that was a waste of a push. You should have just Wraith formed. If you Wraith formed, you would have went right through it. He would have pinned right through you, and then you could punish him for overextending on the pin there. But here's a question: why are we going right? Why do we teleport? So there's a couple places you can teleport with Reaper here, right? There's this window. There's the doorways. There's like straight back here and straight back there. So why are we choosing the window? The place where when Reaper teleports, everyone knows he's going to be there. This is the most obvious flank I think I've ever seen. Like, look at this. Oh, there's the Reaper. He just went left side. And look at their whole team as they just watch you go left side. They're just like, yep, there's the Reaper. They're like, are we gonna handle this Reaper? And it's like, yeah. Like, this Genji's gonna say, yeah, I'll go handle him. Here I go. Here. I know where he is. Everyone else knows where he is. So let me go fight this Reaper real quick. Everyone's like, yeah, the Reaper's up here. Let's go help. Genji's like, I need help. And it's like, yeah, don't worry, we got you. Ball's like, here, I'll try to get my Reaper out. And you're dead. So I want to know, why did we get teleport up here when their entire team's playing this side, right? And if their entire team's playing this side of the truck, then why don't you just stand here as Reaper and you just teleport right here? Why don't you just teleport right here? It's a flank. No one's going to see what you're doing. They're not even going to realize you teleported over here until you walk out over here. Chances are they're all focused on a choke anyways, so they're not even going to see you if you walk around here. But if you really are scared that they might see you there, you can teleport through this doorway too, and they won't realize that you teleported. That's the fun thing about Reaper. If they don't have eyes on you, they don't realize you're teleporting, but you teleported in the most obvious spot for Reaper to teleport. Hell, you could even teleport up here, right next to the bat, and start shooting at him. He's probably dead now, because the entire team didn't realize that there was a Reaper on the flank. But gosh, the most obvious spot to teleport, we decided to teleport on Reaper. If you really also wanted to go right side, like you did, you could have stood here and done the exact same thing, where you teleport into that doorway. I wouldn't advise it, because their entire team's over there, so you could easily die. That's why I prefer this lane. But you could do it, and it's a lot better than you coming up here, getting shot a couple times, and then dropping down to where you were going to be anyways. So, just some things to consider on Reaper, that's all. Teleport management, we'll call it. Teleport rotation is something that needs work. So we're just walking through. We're shooting at a Genji. Okay, we got him. I was going to say, Genji's probably not the target I would choose to shoot at, but to each their own. Good target focus on the Moira and the Mei. That was a good target focus. That was very good. I was hoping you wouldn't pop Blossom, so it's a good thing you didn't. Because I was gonna say you do less damage to the tanks using Blossom than you do actually shooting them. Do they have long spawn? Do they have long? They have long spawn. How do we not win this? So, best play here. This would have been a we win this point. Alright. So we have teleport in 5, right? This is gonna blow your mind. We kill. Alright. So we have teleport, right? Why don't we teleport right here? Shoot the Ana once. And then pop Blossom. If you do that, like, instantly, you'll get the free shot off, which is a animation cancel, because you can go right into Blossom, so it's essentially half the time for Ana to die than it usually is, so she probably doesn't get a sleep off. 2, I mean, this diva, if she's good, she'll DM you, which, you know, it'll be a good diva play, but I'm just expecting her not to. But you could probably kill this Ana if you teleported up to this high ground. Or, even better, this Sigma shield now can't protect you and your entire team, because you're back here shooting them on high ground, right? The other reason we have high ground is so that we get the drop and the ambush on the Ana. She doesn't realize that you're up here. She knows that you teleported somewhere, but she doesn't know if you're up here, if you're back here, if you, like, teleported over here for some reason. She don't know. So, you really should just teleport up here and then just destroy the Ana. But what happens instead, and even then, like, the Ana drops, like, runs over here. She's even more isolated from the diva, right? So if you teleported up here, you definitely could have gotten this Ana. But instead, we're chasing a diva, see the Ana, and we're like, oh, we gotta go kill this Ana, and we decide to just, like, pop Blossom in front of a Sigma and an Ana. 2 CCs. And we got nothing now. And their entire team is back because we decided to stall instead of going for the, you know, big plays. Your team also has like 4 ults, so I don't know how you don't win that. Why are we running away? Why are we running away? We, like, left that team fight, too, when it was still even. It was still an even team fight, I'd say. This is the most stealthy teleport I've seen all game. We're just bad at the stealth game, though. I have a question. Why did we teleport and then we went to, like, one of the most obvious places that they can see you? Why didn't we do the full rotation where you walk all the way around here, and then, I don't know, walk over here, see that this Ana's just zoomed in, and maybe, like, keep walking over here, and then shoot her from here, where the enemy's not going to just be able to just double jump and look over and be like, oh, there's a Reaper. Like, do you know how obvious you were? Wow. Wow. I think everyone can see you from the angle you were at. Like, that's just, it's Volskaya. Why would the backline be up here at all? Besides, your team's not even ready to engage, so you might as well do the long wrap around, so at least you're buying yourself time so that when your team's ready to engage, you're also engaging. That's just like a big poor stagger. That didn't need to happen. Reaper's not entirely a flank hero. Can you go on flanks? Sure. But I don't think you needed to in these situations. I think you would have been just fine playing with your team for the most part. And you're going on, like, huge flanks when you don't need to. Flanks can be great if you, 1, don't do them every time, and 2, like, like, we're just flanking again. Flanks are good if it's unexpected, or if your team's not making enough space. I think your tanks are doing fine in this situation. They're just lacking a Reaper on the front line because he's flanking all the time. And Reaper actually doesn't do much flanking because, believe it or not, he does more damage to tanks. So, A Reaper's only going to be good on the flank if, like, he's constantly able to confirm kills. So you really should just be playing with your team. Like, you're playing Reaper this time like you should play a Genji or a Tracer, which is kind of weird. Did we die here? Oh my god. Oh my god.
60 seconds remaining.
Yeah, maybe use the boxes as cover next time. Maybe play around this so it's only the Mei shooting at you. Just a master's perspective. All right, I want you to see how much you flanked, and like your team just wasn't ready for this flank. So you getting into this space has already committed to you in their fight. D.Va's not in the fight. Hog's not in the fight yet. Neither is Moira. They're still not in the fight. And now that you have committed to the fight, you are now actually inside. If you drew a circle around, like, all 6 of their players, you're inside the circle that you would draw around. Like, you're basically on the line of the circle. You're contesting it. Look at where the rest of your team is. They're all still poking. So, and there's still 5 seconds, so don't even be like, oh, I had to touch point. There's 5 seconds left. You could wait. Hog can get to point. D.Va can get to point, no problem. So why are we on point fighting 2 people and we just used Wraith Form? We need to wait. We have 5 seconds, right? So we get Wraith in 5 seconds. So we can just wait for someone else to touch, come in and start poking them with and we don't die here. Instead, because it's just you on point with 5 seconds left, you die. And now we're sitting here. We wasted a gold Moira orb because you died on point. And now D.Va's touching. Oh, look, with 1 second left. So she's doing what she did. And now, what if we came in now? What if we came in now? Because now if you drew a circle around their entire team, we have a Hog here. We have a Moira here. We could have had a Reaper here. We could have had a D.Va here. Like, we could have had everyone here, right? But we're dead. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that now we have 3 people contesting because we already died because we flanked too early. You want to make sure that you flank at the same time your teammates are flanking or entering that battle, right? So that means if you draw a circle around like the enemy team, your front line should be touching them the same time you are contesting them. This was way too early of a flank, and you got picked for it. But yeah, and I'm pretty sure they just clean up here. I don't think they wouldn't clean up. You're playing Reaper kind of like you would play Genji. It's quite funny. Yesterday I said don't play Genji like Reaper, and now you're playing Reaper like Genji. Or Tracer. Contrary to popular belief, Reaper is not a flank hero, he's an enforcer. That means he enforces the space that the tanks make. Yeah, I think that's it. What we learned is, 1, don't flank on Reaper, at least not every time. 2, don't use Wraith Form to enter fights. Use it to leave fights. We want to make sure we're using our Death Blossom when they don't have cooldowns to stop us. And the 4th thing is just your teleports need work. If you're teleporting to flank, you're teleporting into obvious places where they can easily see you teleporting. You need to be more inconspicuous with it, teleporting where the enemy has no line of sight, so they don't realize, 1, you started teleporting, and 2, where you went teleporting. Hope that helps. Hope you can climb more.